Hi guys, I'm Sunny and welcome back to Sunny's Effing Delicious. Today I'm going to make a 2-ingredient recipe that's going to blow your mind. Let's get straight into it. Right guys, we're going to start with 5 tablespoons of self-raising flour, followed by 1 tablespoon initially of Greek yogurt, and then we're going to add more as we go. So I'm just going to use the same spoon just to incorporate the the flour with the yogurt. And we're going with 1 more tablespoon of yogurt. And this will be the most simple naan bread recipe you've ever seen. There's no resting time. Once you've got your dough, you're ready to go. Okay, so when you get to about here, we're going to go ahead, get rid of the spoon, and we're going to go in with our hands. Right guys, we're looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and move this to my counter. You want to keep your self-raising flour pretty close so you can dust down your surface. And that's kind of like the key to this whole recipe. You want to make sure that you've got a good amount of flour on the surface. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to basically just flatten with one hand, and with the other hand we're just going to fold and knead, and just keep your surface and your dough nicely floured. So one hand holds it, the other hand kneads it. So if you see now, it's pretty much coming to the perfect texture and the perfect consistency. Right, so that there is exactly what you're looking for, a nice soft dough like so. Brilliant. I'm just going to wash up my hands and then we're going to make our naan bread. Keep your surface nice and floured, and we're going to roll this up, and I'm just going to roll this up and try to make a little log. Perfect, so that's enough for 2 naans, for me 2 small naans, and I'm just going to go ahead and slice this down the center, and we're just going to make 2 little dough balls. Right, that's our second dough ball ready, and now we're going to make our naans. Right, let's dust our board, and I'm just going to get one of my little dough balls and I'm just going to flatten it out, make it into a little disc. Right, so that's going to go down like this. And yes, I know these aren't perfectly round, but don't worry, I'll reshape them once they're in the pan. Dry pan on a medium heat, place your naan straight in, and if it needs to be reshaped like this one does slightly, go ahead and reshape it. Just push out the sides a little bit and hopefully get a slightly more round shape. And just leave your naan bread to do its thing while you roll your next naan. Okay, this one's going to come out perfectly round because I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. That one I tried to make too big. Alright, so the key now is you want this to cook, have a nice crust on the outer layer, but you want it to be light and fluffy in the center. So basically you want these little air bubbles to be created inside the dough. So leave it on this medium heat for about a good 3 or 4 minutes per side, and you'll see these little bubbles appear, and when you start seeing them appear all over the naan, that's when you flip it. Right guys, it's been about 4 minutes. We're going to go ahead and flip this. Beautiful. Look at that. That's exactly what you're looking for. You can just hear that beautiful crust. It's going to be light and fluffy inside. This is looking really good. Ready? Right, let's see how we're doing. Okay, that looks perfect. Nice and crispy on the outside, nice and fluffy on the inside. I'm happy with that. I just wish that it was a bit more round, but that's fine. The first one always is like that. Let's go in with our second. Okay, so straight in the pan. Give it a little stretch if you need to. Medium heat. And we're just going to let that do its thing. Right guys, look, the second one is a lot better. You can see those bubbles really forming. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want. The first one is always a bit tricky, but this is perfect. Look at that. Look at all those little tiny little pockets of air. Exactly what you want. Okay, while this one's cooking, I'm just going to slice up a few toppings. I've got a bit of coriander. And I just feel like nice long strips of green pepper today. Okay guys, this has been on for about 1.5 minutes. Let's give it a flip. Beautiful. That looks really good. This one's going to be epic, really nice. And this one, I'm actually going to turn this into a little pizza. And I've just got some pre-made bolognese sauce, which I'm just going to place as my pizza sauce. It works just as well, and it's a nice quick fix. So it's going to go straight on. I'm going to go in with the cheese. And I'm just going to go in with a couple of thin slices of my peppers and just a few little pepperonis. Touch of oregano. Okay, I'm going to place this directly into my oven for about 3 minutes. Right, it's been about 3 minutes. Let's get this out. and serve up. Right guys, our pizza's done on that beautiful crispy dough. I've got some garlic butter here, which I'm just going to use on my other naan. Be generous with this, guys, trust me, this is heaven. Just beautiful fresh bread with garlic butter. And we're just going to top this off with a bit of fresh coriander. And our pizza's looking good as well. I'm just going to top it with just a touch of pepper. Right guys, there you have it. This is our 2-ingredient naan bread that's incredibly versatile and tastes amazing. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and do the taste test. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. All that stuff really helps us. I'm going to start with our garlic naan, garlic coriander naan. I'm a big fan. You can just tell by the sound that it's nice and crispy. Okay. So good. That would be amazing with a dip. A little mini pizza. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that thin dough. Nice and charred on the bottom. This 2-ingredient dough is better than most dough you get from any takeaway fast food pizza delivery place. I think this dough here is better than like a Domino's dough. Right guys, I'm gonna have to stop for a second. I'm gonna finish this off camera. As you can see, there's not much left. Epic recipe, really tasty, so simple. 2 ingredients, make this tonight and tell me what you think in the comments below. Guys, this isn't just delicious, this is Sunny's effing delicious. So good.